skiing, riding, sledding, winter biking, winter hiking.
No matter how you Vermont, please Vermont safely.
Cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, snowmobiling, snowman building.
This year, that means a 7-day home quarantine with a negative COVID-19 test or a 14-day home quarantine with no symptoms to visit.
Snowball fighting, ice skating, ice climbing, ice fishing, ice cream eating.
So we can all Vermont safely this year.
Dining, craft beering.
Talk to your favorite Inner resort about smart travel suggestions, reservation policies, and the best way to Vermont this winter.
Hot cocoaing, antiquing, shopping, fireside napping.
For full COVID-19 travel guidance, visit VermontVacation.com.
Bucks County, Pennsylvania is an ideal destination for a holiday getaway. Travel responsibly during the most festive time of the year and stay in the area's gorgeous lodging properties. Celebrate the holidays with a scenic drive through the covered bridges, a visit to castles, holiday light shows, and outdoor festive fun. Eat, drink, shop local, and be merry while visiting main streets scattered throughout the countryside. Go to visitbuckscounty.com to start planning.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. What's going on, everybody? Today, we're going to talk about sometimes you can be looking in all the wrong places. Now, this video is inspired by a young lady named Atara Dallas. I don't know if anybody's heard about her yet, but, she was speaking about how, her dating life is pretty much, is shit, And she was saying basically for a woman out here is rough, and men have it better. So I want everybody to check this out, listen to what she has to say. And I will come back with my feedback, and we'll go from there. All right.
Come in, baby. I'm finna get this off my chest this morning. Yes, Lord. Let's talk real quick. I need to take my baby his bagel, so I'm not gonna be on here long. Let me see something. Hey y'all, they have pissed me off this morning. Y'all come on in. I'm about to go. Come in. I tagged a few people too. If you are on here and you know Kent, you know Twan, you know Joe, tag them in this video. Please tag they ass in this video. Pendleton, I'm finna go in on y'all ass this morning, baby. So I hope that you seated. I hope that you ready to feel what the fuck I'm about to bring to the table, because I'm finna rip y'all ass. Trust and believe this. So, we've been having a discussion this morning in reference to men and women. And the discussion basically was this. Men feel as if because a woman is single and she has not yet found a man, that it is her fault. That it is her fault that she's single. It is her fault that she cannot find a good man. She must be the problem. Let me break this shit down for y'all, okay? So y'all can understand exactly where me and a lot of other single women are coming from. I need y'all men to understand something. And I'm talking like this. Y'all know I am not really serious in what I'm saying. So don't come with I sound mad and all that kind of shit. This is a joke, but I'm for real. Anyway, I had to address that, because don't come in my inbox talking about Atara, you mad. No, I'm really not mad. It's just a great conversation between me and a lot of my guy friends. So don't take it that serious. I need y'all men to understand something. We have a lot of slim pickings. Open your ears and listen to what I'm saying. Women have a lot of slim pickings. The pickings for women are not as vast as the pickings for men. We are literally picking through a pile of shit when it comes to men. Let's just call a spade a spade. We are picking through men that don't equal up to what the fuck we looking for. Let's just put it out there, because I'm tired of y'all with the bullshit. Either you fine as fuck and you ain't got no motherfucking job. Either you got a job and you ugly as fuck. Either you don't have a lot of money but you got a big dick. Either we trying to pick and choose through a lot of bullshit y'all bringing to the table. You don't have a car, but you got a good heart. You got a 9-to-5 job, but you don't have bigger goals than that. We trying to pick and choose the best out of a lot of bullshit. So y'all gotta cut us some motherfucking slack. We trying to get the best we can get out of a lot of shit that y'all not bringing to the motherfucking table, okay? Don't try to act like all y'all got y'all shit together. We either gotta pick a nigga that we know gon' cheat cause he got money, but he financially stable. Or we gotta pick from a man who don't cheat, but all his shit ain't together. What the fuck do you expect us to do? I'm just asking. We are literally trying to solve math equations by picking the best dude that we can motherfucking pick. This shit is not, it ain't just simple dating no more. This shit literally boils down, and you are literally having to solve a fucking mathematical equation to try to get a motherfucking man that's hitting on something. What do you want us to do? You love talking about it's our fault. How the fuck is our fault when half of y'all don't even equal up to a whole man? It literally takes 3 of y'all motherfuckers, 3 to equal 1. How the fuck that's our fault? We gotta get one with a big dick, one that's financially stable, and one that don't cheat. You gotta literally have 3 niggas to equal 1. What do y'all want us to do? What? I'm playing, but I'm dead ass serious. What? I need y'all to give me a solution. It can't just be, it's not just the women. Think about it. I know so many single women right now, good quality single women. Why the fuck all of us single? It's our fault? It ain't our fault that we trying to make the best out of a fucked up situation. We trying to make the best out of what we got. We gotta take the scraps because yes, now we're older. A lot of men are married. A lot of men are married. A lot of men are in relationships. So we trying to take the ones that's not in a relationship and piece they motherfucking ass together. Good luck, sis. Good motherfucking luck. We the ones that's in the struggle. Men got a lot of choices. I know right now 5 to 6 quality women I can name off the top of my head that men gotta choose from, that men get to choose from. Us on the other hand, we trying to piece y'all ass together to equal 1. So the struggle is motherfucking real. Do not come to me talking about, well, it's your fault, Atara. You picked that nigga. I picked the best that I could pick with what the fuck I had to choose from. How about that? How about I'm trying to say, okay, damn. The other day I did a whole video scratching my head. Shit. I can't have a dude that look good and financially stable and got good dick. supposed to do? So now I gotta say, forget it. Don't worry about the dick no more. Okay, don't worry about the money. Don't worry about the looks. One of those things I gotta scratch off my motherfucking list because I gotta piece a nigga together. That's just it. So, Kent, shut your ass up. James, shut your ass up. Joe, shut your ass up. Twan, shut your ass up. Pendleton, shut your ass up. It is hard out here in these streets for us women. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I don't care how y'all feel. I'm taking up for the women today. How about that? How about y'all step y'all motherfucking game up and get your shit together? Half of these niggas homeless. They living up under a roof with a female and ain't none of they names on the motherfucking nothing in their house. Y'all homeless niggas. We gotta pick from niggas that's homeless. We ain't even got pickings of niggas that got their name on shit. Because 90% of the men is living up under another bitch roof and their name ain't on nothing. You're homeless. You're homeless. We gotta pick from a nigga who car in his baby mama name. We fucked up. We fucked up. We ain't got a lot of shit to pick and choose from. We fucked up. Baby, I've been to prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm just jumping out of prison. So you know a nigga trying to get on his feet. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? I don't want to die alone. So I'm sitting at home at night, late at night, up, trying to subtract, add, divide, and multiply to make one nigga, two niggas, three niggas, a whole nigga. What I'm supposed to do? We fucked up, ladies. And these men do not want to hear it. They want to ignore it and act like all they shit together. The very ones that saying, I got a job, I'm financially stable. Yeah, you got all that, but you gonna have 2 and 3 bitches on the side. So now because you financially stable and you got your shit together, I gotta deal with you with 50,000 bitches on the side. Like what? And on top of that, the broke niggas cheating. Even the niggas that don't got their shit together got 2 and 3 bitches on the side. So we fucked up no matter how we turn. No matter where you look, you is fucked up. You fucked up. You in a lose-lose situation. So leave me the fuck alone because I'm single and I'm struggling. Leave me the fuck alone. Okay? I'm over here trying to do the best I can motherfucking do with these sorry ass niggas I gotta choose from. How about that? I ain't the type that like an ugly man. That just ain't me. Do you see me? Even in quarantine, I'm a motherfucking 10. So I don't want to walk around with a fucking gorilla. How about that? I don't want to motherfucking walk around with a gorilla. Okay? I don't. And I feel like I should not have to walk around with a motherfucking gorilla. I want me a man that look good. But in me wanting a man that look good, it's other shit that come with that. Like that nigga gonna have 3 and 4 motherfucking bitches on the side. How about that? So I'm over here struggling, motherfucker, okay? I want a nigga with some good dick. Okay? And 9 times out of 10, the niggas with good dick ain't got no motherfucking car. I'm over here struggling, okay? How about I want to be piped down sometimes? And the motherfucker that's gonna pipe me down good and gonna eat me up good ain't got no motherfucking where to live. So I'm over here struggling, okay? You could kiss my motherfucking ass. It's hard. I don't give a damn what y'all over there talking about. 9 times out of 10, the motherfucker that got a good job, dick small. It's a struggle out here. So now that leads me to have to deal with this small ass dick, but I live fuck alone in me trying to make and piece these no good ass niggas together to equal one. How about that? Take this video and shove it up y'all ass, cause y'all ain't struggling. Y'all got all kind of shit to choose from. Y'all men ain't struggling. Y'all trying to juggle 3 and 4 bitches at one time. That's how good y'all got it. And all of them quality females. Take this video kit and shove it up your ass. Twan, take this video and shove it up your ass. Germ, take this video and shove it up your ass. All of y'all that's aggravating me as to why I'm motherfucking single and it must be me. No, it's y'all. Now leave me the fuck alone. Bye.
All right. So you guys got to hear what I heard. Very entertaining video. In fact, I'm going to change the title to "There's No Such Thing as 100%." Now, what a lot of ladies and fellas got to understand, when it comes down to the relationship thing, being a man who's been married for 13 years, you're never going to get 100% of anybody, any relationship. Like she said, if she gets a man that has a good job, he is ugly, or he has a lot of women, or if he got a lot of money, he got a lot of women, and she got to be in rotation, and she doesn't want that. So I understand that. I understand the dilemma that she's in. But the question I have to ask is, what kind of men are you meeting? And where are you meeting them at? Because, here on Cigars with Mac, I frequent cigar shops, and there really aren't a lot of broke men smoking cigars. It's just not happening. I mean, to smoke cigars, it's not an expensive habit, but it can be. It's like playing golf. A lot of business deals are made in cigar shops as the golf course. And I don't think she's really meeting men there. I think she, I don't want to speculate, but this is really, I spoke of her previously on my first episode, which actually I had to delete because I messed up some things, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I just feel like, hey, the thing about a lot of human beings is, believe it or not, we're all more alike than we think we are. The average human being, in my opinion, stays within a certain type of bubble. Meaning, like us people that smoke cigars, we only go to certain cigar shops that we like, and we have a certain type of friends or a group of people that we hang around, and that's our circle, like certain restaurants. Certain restaurants people like, and certain restaurants people don't. So you really don't have a legitimate argument on your hand when you stay within or keep your circle within 100 mile. I'm gonna take it and say 100-mile radius. That's actually being very generous. And I mean, her video was very, very troubling to me because I've heard this argument before. And the thing I like about cigar shops is we have a lot of good conversations. We have a lot of good conversations about stuff like this. Right now I'm smoking a Brick House Maduro. Anyway, these are the kind of conversations that I think should be had, in a more, let people get it out. Say what you want to say, be respectful. But these are the kind of conversations that need to be had, But I just really, it was entertaining to listen to her. But deep within, I hear a lot of hurt. I hear a lot of pain. I hear a lot of let down from certain men that she's dealt with. Now, in my opinion, I believe that a lot of times we as people, we meet, especially when it comes to dating and relationships. I'm not a dating or relationship expert, but here on this podcast, I'm gonna discuss a little bit of everything. And this video, I'm glad I got a hold of it. And I just think that her problem is that she remains around the same friends, do the same thing. And that's okay, because whatever she's into, I don't know what she's into. She may not be into cigars. She may not be into making business deals, but I think she does have her own business. Don't quote me on that. But, a lot of times you got to change your surroundings, Hell, you even have meetup groups now, and you can meet. I mean, prior to the social distancing put in place, you can meet people everywhere. Whatever you're into, the meetup group is a great way to meet people who you feel you have something in common with. So, I just personally feel that that's her problem. Is that she's hanging around the same circle all the time. She does the same thing all the time. She hangs around the same people all the time. And that explains a lot. Believe it or not, that explains a lot. And that's what we have to learn, is we have to learn how to get out of our comfort zones. We have to learn how to pretty much, expand our horizons. And I think that's where she's failing at. So, with that being said, that's probably the best advice I could give a woman like her. That's probably the best advice I can give her. And she's probably heard that, but she probably never reacted to it. Or she probably did, but she just didn't keep expanding her horizons. She just didn't. She didn't, like I said before, sometimes, and even, we are creatures of habit. We're creatures of habit. But when I hear her say those things, where it takes 3 men to make one, that's very troubling to me. That's very troubling to me. And the reason why it's troubling is because what have we come to as a society when you hear women saying they have to have 3 different guys to make one whole man? That to me is astonishing. And I say that because she seems to be probably in her 30s, mid-30s, late 30s. And one has to ask her, if you meet a man that has a good job, why is his looks, really that much of a factor? Because I'm going to tell you the truth, the majority of women, believe it or not, and this may sound cliche, but women that I've met that are really about something, they really don't focus on looks. And especially when they get to a certain age. Now when you're young and all that, I understand. But when you start wanting substantial things in life, as long as the man is well groomed, cleans, takes care of his personal hygiene, the looks, you just can't, that's nothing you can't do anything about that. That's something you don't have any control over. And a lot of men that are not that attractive and that were not quote unquote popular growing up, a lot of these guys became successful because they were like, hey, I may not look good, but hey, I'm good at mathematics, and I'm good when it comes down to programming, and I become a programmer, and I become a engineer, I become, a doctor, a lawyer, so they make up in one area. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my opinion as a man, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not really trying to, I unfortunately, I can be ugly and get an attractive woman, and I discovered that at a young age, if you can pretty much keep if you have good conversation, women like that. You know, I don't want to judge her and say what I think she is, but I feel that one day her priorities are going to change, as they all do, and then she'll understand. You know, he may not look good, but he's good with money, or he may be good looking and he may not make that much money, but he has a stable career, a stable business. He's stable. Or at the end of the day, she may die alone. And that's just the fact. That's just the facts, you know. So with that being said, I don't want to ramble on too much longer. I really enjoyed doing this podcast right here. Please continue to tune in, share the podcast, and I'll keep making them. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Today is Saturday, April 18th, 10:30. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas, aka Funky Town, aka Cowtown. And today, I was on YouTube, and I've been hearing people talk about a investor by the name of Jay Morrison, a real estate investor, and he started a fund called the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, and he pulled about 9,000 people, black people, into his investment, and it cost about $500 to get started. And I want to speak about where he went wrong and where he could actually improve at. So you got to remember, guys, when it comes down to investing, you know, I've been seeing a lot of investing things like new startups popping up saying, you know, to buy an initial 1,000 shares valued at such and such amount. Basically, minimum is $500, $1,000, you know. And, you know, I've been investing for some time now, but I didn't really start understanding it until about 2016 or 17, I believe. And, you know, this may be a lengthy podcast, but I'm going to break down the differences between investments. I'm going to break down shares, because really a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people, when you watching TV, you're watching CNN, you're watching the stock market, and you're watching the Dow Jones Industrial, you're watching the S&P 500, you're watching Chinese stocks, European stocks, oil and gas, commodities, things of that nature. And it can be very confusing if you don't really understand. And it's my opinion that it's confusing for a reason, because the people that are really benefit, if everybody really understood it, I believe they feel that everyone would make it wouldn't be as profitable. But I've learned in life that what's meant for you, first and foremost, is meant for you. And there are some people who just are not going to get it. That's just what it is. So that's something you got to deal with. So let me break down stocks to you. And let me break down being an investor and things of that nature. So let's start with investors. You know, to be an accredited investor, they say you have to be worth $250,000 on up. To me, that means liquidity, like $250,000 cash money, straight up, minimum. And if you're less than that, you are non-accredited. So let's get that straight. Accredited, you're worth, and this can be with a spouse, $250 and above, and liquid, not assets, but liquidity, meaning cash. Whenever you hear people say, I'm liquid $10K, I'm liquid $20K, that means they have $10,000 cash that they can touch, or that they or their investments, or their liquid like retirement and things like that. And non-accredited is less than $250,000 a year, or worth less than $250K. I'm sorry. So I'm making it simple, Now, me personally, I don't know if they mean total assets, but I'm gonna say liquid, because that means money you're worth. You checking at those accounts, and money you can touch, taste, feel, smell at any moment's notice. So accredited, $250,000 and above. Non-accredited, less than $250,000. So when you hear those terms, that's what that means. And those are individuals. That doesn't necessarily mean a corporation. Okay. Now let's break down stocks. And you hear terminologies, those of us that work in the workforce like myself, you hear the terminology shares. They are a shareholder. He or she is a shareholder. Okay. So when you're at work and you have your 401k, and a lot of people don't even know how to manage their own 401k. And a lot of times if you work for an organization, check their stocks. And today their stock may be valued at $3,500 a share. And that's very great. So what does that mean? That means if you want to buy one stock from that company, you're going to have to give them $3,500. Okay? All of a stock is worth for today. Because remember, every day the prices of stocks either go up or go down. So if you're looking for company A, and today their stock is $100, valued at $100 a share. So that means that if you want to buy those shares, to buy 10 shares, you got to give them $1,000. So one share is 100, 10 shares is 1,000. So now you own 10 shares, which cost you $1,000. Let's just say you hold on to those 10 shares and never buy any more. And let's just say one day the shares go up to $300. Those 10 shares are worth $3,000, because remember, they went up from $100 to $300. So I know that makes sense to you. I know it does. Now, that's pretty much investment 101 basic. Now, that's what I just spoke about, was being an accredited investor, a non-accredited investor, and stocks, how you would buy them, how you would see them. Now, of course, you do have charts and things like that you can look at, where if you want to become like a day trader, or if you just want to trade stocks. And I don't know if you guys know it or not, but if you are doing your own investing on your own, buying stocks, or with your company, most times they have what you call now intelligent portfolios, or professional management, which basically either a computer's managing your portfolio for you, or a human, and you tell them, and if it's a human, they're just basically letting the computer do its job. That's all, because they're not going in there and managing that themselves. So with that being said, you can actually manage it yourself. You can actually subscribe to stocks. You can watch stocks every day, or you can type in your stock for the day, and you can check on your stocks and see the price. And you can, pretty much know how you want to move, if you want to buy some more, things like that. Like, for instance, one bank I have, they had a thing called Intelligent Portfolio, which was AI managing it for you, artificial intelligence. So basically, the computer was doing everything. You tell the computer what risk do you want to be, a risky investor, or do you want to be moderate and conservative? So based off that, an initial down payment was minimum of $5,000. And some investments do some accounts with brokers and companies like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Vanguard, TD Ameritrade. Depending on what type of investment you want to do, some of them require an initial amount. Okay, and this is going to all lead back to Jay Morrison. So I got to break it down to you like that so you'll understand it. So this particular portfolio, which is actually a Roth IRA because it was a retirement account too, and it required $5,000 down. And once you put the $5,000 down, you don't just put $5,000 down and leave it and think that it's going to make money. Yeah, it will make money, but to continue to make money, you have to continue to put money in it. And that's where Jay Morrison failed at. He didn't let people know you have to continually put money in this for it to grow. And again, I believe it was somewhere around 9,000 people that invested. And it actually was a multi-million-dollar fund, two-digit, I want to say around 12 million, I believe. And, that's multi-million. So people did that, and fast forward 2 years later, it's failing, guys, because, he it's apparent that he really doesn't know he doesn't really have a understanding. Let me say it like that, because a lot of people don't understand how it works. I personally started an investment company years ago, and I had 3 tiers to start your initial investment. One was $25, one was $50, and one was $100. And when I told people, when everybody was excited, they put the money down, and only one guy really understood about constantly putting money into it. People believed that you could just put money into it one time and that was that. And then people thought, okay, well, if I put this amount and this person puts a greater amount, do we still get the same money back? And I explained to them, no, that's not how it works. And I told them, it being a group investment, we all need to have meetings and we all have to decide how we want to do this. Don't just rely on me to do it, because what I may want to do, you guys may not want to do. And when I told people that for what we're trying to do, this will take about 10 years, people got very discouraged. And that's something else with investing is longevity. Because even during this coronavirus epidemic, there are still stocks that are making money. And I know because with my actual company stock my company 401k that I use at work, I disenrolled out of the professional management and just did it myself just because I have experience. And I said, you know what, let me quit being lazy and manage my own retirement. And, during the beginning phase of the epidemic in the stock markets and things of that nature declining, I lost a lot of money. So I called them and told them and said, I want to disenroll out of the professional management program and I'll just manage it myself. And I'm a risky investor. So I did it myself, went through what funds my company offered as far as investing with my 401k. And I looked on there and I saw the risk level. Some stocks were risky and they were actually index funds. And some of them were risky, some of them were moderate, some of them were conservative. Well, the one I invested in, it was very risky, but it was a low volatility, meaning the negative impact, the impact on the stock itself wasn't as heavy as some, because you got some that have a volatility like the Dow Jones or S&P 500, which is basically a group of those two stocks in particular, because I know everyone hears about them. Those are actually companies in that stock. And I mean, it would be another podcast for me to break it down. So anyway, I managed it myself and I saw an increase, but the same token, I allow my employer to deduct. I only do 10%. I do 10%, and I did that, and I saw an increase, and I look at it every day. And I also subscribe to the company that manages that index fund, so I can kind of know, and all the information is on the index funds for my company. Now we got that out the way, and I'm pretty sure you guys understand that. And if you don't, feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 682-241-7316. I'm putting it out there. Phone number 682-241-7316. Anyway, now with Mr. Jay Morrison, where he failed at was that, and I don't know if he just didn't know, but he did not tell people, yes, to get in is a minimum of 500. And once you get in with 500, now you have to set aside a monthly amount you want to invest in every month. Because he was telling people 8% return and the management fees and all that. That's all good and well. But you got to tell people also that, as the great investors know, you got compound interest. So like people said, we know with the initial 500, there were fees taken out. So 8% of 500 is $40. Now imagine if you set aside $500 a month to invest into his Tulsa real estate fund. Okay. And you're getting an 8% return. Well, throughout the year, that's a little over over $400 you made just on 8% interest, as he said, guaranteed. I don't know if he guaranteed it, but 8% return for your first year. So now imagine if you invested $500 a year, which is a little over $5,000, actually about $6,000 for the whole year, and then $400 off of your interest, which is in the investment world, we're gonna say dividend. So. And I'm going to flip back to the company 401k or your own personal. They usually ask you, do you want to get your dividends in a check every month, or do you want to reinvest your dividends? Well, what I do at my job is I actually reinvest my dividends, which is what the terminology compound interest comes at, which means your money's compounding. The interest is compounding. So that's what a real butter, the sweet spot is, and that's why people do that. People reinvest their dividends instead of them getting a check every month. They just basically allow the dividends to go back into whatever they're investing in. And he didn't really break it down like that, and that's why. And I don't want to say that black people are ignorant, because I don't believe that, but a lot of times black people, if you will break it down, because I was contracting for a company, and it was mostly black people. It was a small group of us, and I showed people how to buy stocks. I showed them, hey, you go through a broker like Charles Schwab. What's the other one? Investment portfolio. I forgot what it's called. That's my mind went blank. Charles Schwab, Fidelity. You can go through these people here and actually create a brokerage account and just do nothing but trade stocks. You can do that. So, but that's where he failed at. And like I said, you can buy stocks once a week, every paycheck, and you can find a company you like, and you can either buy them when they're at a low and then hoping that they'll go high, or you can buy them at their current price, because they're only going to increase. Even if they decrease, you may lose money, but you still own those stocks and you're still a shareholder. And they actually have shareholder meetings, you get to vote, and 9 times out of 10, your company has the too, but people just delete the emails when they come out. So, but that's where Jay failed at. He didn't really explain it like that. He didn't let people know that, to get into this fund is a minimum of $500 down, and that'll be your initial shares in the company. Your initial shares, again, which is asinine. He should have positioned it as $500 down. And then he should have positioned it at paying a monthly, whatever you can afford, but paying a monthly payment, a weekly setup or a monthly setup. And whatever you're paying monthly and whatever you're paying monthly, and whatever your account is, you'll continue to get 8% on that money. So say, for instance, if you do $500 a month continually, 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, whatever, and you got, and your personal individual account has about, and every month, as he said, you'll get an 8%. So now, as opposed to 500, 8%. The next month you got 1,000 in there. So now you'll get 8% of 1,000. And the next month you got 1,500. And now you should get 8% on that 1,500. He didn't explain it like that. And then he should have said, you guys can either get your 8% check off of your fund amount, or you can reinvest it, and now it'll be compounded every month on top of what you're paying, because that's how it works with your 401k. Your 401k works, which most companies is stock driven. Basically, you have a 401k set up, but then you're actually investing in stocks. You actually are. You're investing in stocks, but some people don't even know how to read that stuff. They don't even understand it. But after today, you will be empowered to understand, because many people. This is how a lot of people gain wealth off of stocks. That's how they gain wealth. And some people gain their wealth by working a job 30, 40 years. They now have $2 or $3 million in their 401k. And they may have a pension going. They may have another retirement going. So now you have money to do things with. You're usually in your 60s, and now you can afford to take a risk for $1 million and buy some real estate and rent houses and then rent them out. And now you got a residual income coming in, because it takes time to build wealth, guys. It's very rare that you find people, really, really become wealthy in their 40s and 30s. You don't really start really, really seeing your fruits of your labor, or you should, until you're like in your 50s. This is statistics too. This is not me just making this up. So that's another problem. But that's where Jay failed at. And he didn't push that, people just probably gave $500 one time and thought that they would get 8% check off of one time $500. And I don't think he explained that well, or if he may have it, but I probably didn't hear it, but I don't think he did, And a lot of times, like I said, when I started my own investment company, we hadn't even decided what we wanted to invest on, but I told people, guys, we're first in the building capital stage. We have to build capital. And we have to decide what do we want to do, because we were doing a group investment, which is a lot easier than doing it individually. But now I don't do group investments anymore. I don't even fool with. I do things by myself now, because people just are not consistent. They don't have the discipline they want. They don't understand delayed gratification. They want it now. And I just don't operate like that. I don't do fast money. So that's where he failed at, I feel, from just me watching, And that's the thing, guys. You have to, with his real estate fund, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do a certain amount every month. And like I said, with my bank, Charles Schwab, when I did the Intelligent Portfolio, yeah, you gave an initial $5,000 down, but it also asked you, what do you want to contribute every month or quarterly or every week? Because you're not going to make money just off the initial down payment. I'm going to just say, I'm going to use that word down payment, so it's simple. So that's pretty much my take on it. This is my first podcast. I just wanted to, give y'all some good game out there. And, 'cause a lot of our people don't understand. A lot of black people don't understand how investing works. They just don't get it. Some do, some don't. And those that do, they're like it's some hidden secret when it's really not. It's very simple. It's nothing. It's like I said before, if you see a stock or a company that you want to invest in, if they're valued at $100 a share, that means to own 10 shares, you got to spend $1,000. Simple math, guys. It ain't that hard. Well, anyway, let me get out of here, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Your morning commute typically takes 25 minutes. If a 400 cubic foot dairy truck spills 2% milk on the freeway, causing you to take a detour and get stuck at a drawbridge for 20 minutes, how late will you be? Don't know? Well, good news. You don't have to, because Waze knows. With real-time traffic alerts from real Waze users, your ETA is always up to date. Waze. Download and drive today.
Bucks County, Pennsylvania is an ideal destination for a holiday getaway. Travel responsibly during the most festive time of the year and stay in the area's gorgeous lodging properties. Celebrate the holidays with the scenic drive through the covered bridges, a visit to castles, holiday light shows, and outdoor festive fun. Eat, drink, shop local, and be merry while visiting main streets scattered throughout the countryside. Go to visitbuckscounty.com to start planning.